What the IRP portal will do is it will check if there is any duplication in the invoice. Once it is confirmed that there is no duplication and everything is as per the requirement of the schema or the information which is required to generate e-invoice is available in the data which has been sent, the IRP portal will send back the digitally signed JSON by the supplier along with the QR code information included in it. This IRP portal will then send back this information or payload to the GST system to populate the information in the GST returns. The IRP portal will also send this information to the e-way bill system and generate the e-way bill number for the supplier. On the GST system, what is expected to happen is the invoice information which has been sent by the IRP portal. It will be stored in the invoice registry. The GST system now has the unique number which has been generated by the IRP system. This information is now populated into the GSTR1 of the seller, and it is also populated into GSTR2A or 2B of the buyer. And what does the buyer get? Buyer can use this QR code information which is there on the invoice issued by the supplier to verify the invoice. Buyer can use this information to claim his ITC also. Okay. So what are the details on invoice which will be used for e-invoicing? So there is a list of parameters which have been defined, and these are the information which will be sent to the IRP system to generate your IRN. So let us also understand what are the key factors of the e-invoice. The first one is that the invoices which are printed without the QR code are not going to be considered as the legal document. Right? The buyer will also have the right to reject such invoices. The transactions that need to be uploaded to the e-invoice registration are invoices, credit notes, and debit notes. IRN is mandatory for generating e-way bill for all e-invoices applicable transactions. Using the IRN, e-way bill can also be generated through IRP portal or in e-way bill portal. For invoices that do not require registration on IRP, like the ones which are like B2C invoices are not expected to be uploaded to the IRP portal for registration. For all such kind of invoices, e-way bill can still be continued to be generated from the e-way bill portal like it was done earlier. Invoices which are registered on the e-invoice portal once uploaded cannot be modified. So any kind of modification like changing of quantity, rate, or any kind of other information will not be allowed once you have uploaded and registered your invoice on the e-invoice portal. Any errors has been identified by the supplier has to be corrected only by cancelling and issuing the new invoice. E-invoice can be cancelled on or before next day midnight 11:59 p.m. That is before midnight. The next day you will be in a position to cancel the e-invoice which has been generated. However, once the e-invoice is cancelled, you cannot issue the same invoice and register it on the IRP portal. You will have to generate a new invoice, and a fresh invoice has to be uploaded onto the IRP portal since same number cannot be used for IRN generation. The taxpayer can use department provided mobile app to verify authenticity of the e-invoice. If part A and part B of e-way bill is sent by the taxpayer when registering the invoice, IRP will send back the e-way bill number along with the IRN. I'm sure all of you are pretty excited and are wanting to see how we have done the solution for e-invoice in the product. So what I'll do is now I'll switch over from the presentation to the product. I hope all of you are able to see my tally screen.
Right?
Okay. So I'll just open the company. I'll not do the talking. I'll just show how the sales invoice will be passed and how e-invoice will be generated. I'll select the party. I'll select the sales ledger. The item. The tax details. And accept this invoice. Yeah. So instantly what you are seeing right now is when I'm saving this transaction, it is asking me whether I want to generate the e-invoice immediately. Right? Now I'll say yes. So instantly I'm asked to log in. Right? I'm asked the username and password to authenticate myself and to upload this invoice. Now let me before I upload, let me also tell you that this is currently not on the production server that we are uploading. We are uploading this on the test server called the sandbox, and this has a time limit of 10 minutes. So I will have to keep refreshing this information. However, when you connect to the live production server, you will have access to the portal for 6 hours once you log in. Right. So I have passed I've put the information related to the invoice on this. My login credentials. Now I say save. Instantly you see e-invoice generated successfully. Now I press enter. The next thing that I want to do is print. Okay. So I guess see the preview. You see this invoice is now having the QR code which has been downloaded from the IRP portal directly into the product. All this happened in the connected environment of Tally. You can also see that along with the QR code, the IRN information, acknowledgement number, and the acknowledgement date also got printed on the invoice. E-invoice can be done in Tally without changing the way businesses do their invoicing in Tally today. Like you just experienced. All businesses can use this method of e-invoice generation. However, this will be particularly useful for businesses with a need to keep dispatching material instantly, or service businesses that do not have material to dispatch and want to generate e-invoice on saving of invoices. Once we have successfully connected to the e-invoice system, the session will remain valid for 6 hours, and there won't be a need to connect again till the time Tally is restarted. Okay. Now let me show you one more capability within the product. It is not always that the businesses will want to upload the invoice instantly. There may be situations where the authority or the person in the authority or the business owner may want to check all the invoices before it is uploaded to the e-invoice portal. There may be situations where the internet was disconnected when you wanted to upload the invoices to the e-invoice portal. Or there may be a practice that the dispatch of goods happen only at the end of the day. So what you can do as a business is you can continue to pass your invoices like you do. However, at the end of the day, the checker can go to the exchange menu. Go to send for e-invoicing. And from here, they can click simply on the send button if they want to send all invoices to the RP portal, or do a selection of invoices that they want to send for e-invoicing and click on the send button. Immediately Tally shows you that there are two invoices that you have selected for IRN generation. And when you say yes, the information is exchanged with the e-invoice system in real-time basis. And you get this message, e-invoices generated, count 2. Once this is done, what you can do is you can go to the e-invoice report from here itself, and you can see there is the information available that IRN has got generated through the e-invoice system. You see the list of all the invoices for which the IRN has got generated. The invoices which you just uploaded, you can just go into those invoices, give a print command and print the invoice. Now, as we discussed, there could be scenarios like there may be a situation where your buyer has cancelled the order. Now the invoice has already been uploaded to the e-invoice system. Now the invoices which are already uploaded to the e-invoice system cannot be modified, only be cancelled. So what you can do is for the invoices for which IRN has already got generated, you can come into this report, select the invoice which has got cancelled, and click on cancel IRN. Now there are two methods. One is doing the online method. The other is to do it offline. So we'll take you through the online method. You click on update cancellation. Ali will ask you to specify the reason and the remarks. You save this, and instantly it gets removed from the IRN generated report. You can then go to the exchange, send for e-invoicing. Immediately it shows you that invoice which you just cancelled, and you can click on send to send it for cancellation on the IRP system. Here it is. The invoice has got cancelled. There could be situations that you have given your there may be a situation where you have exported the invoices in the offline method and uploaded the invoices to the IRP portal. Now this information may not be available with you instantly. The IRN which has got generated may not be available with you instantly. So in such scenario, what you could do is you have the button called Get IRN. You select the invoice. Okay. You can select the invoice. You can see that the acknowledgement number, acknowledgement date, and the IRN number is not yet filled in this invoice. Right? That is because it has got generated offline. I'll select this and I say get IRN info. E-Invoice details has been received successfully. Now when I press enter, you'll find that invoice in the IRN generated. Now when you see more details, you go to e-Invoice details. You'll find the invoice information has got updated over here. Now when you give the print command, you'll find the e-Invoice generated with the QR code. The get IRN can be used in other scenarios also. Like there can be a situation that the business owner takes the data back up to home and raise few invoices and uploaded those IRP invoices to the IRP system and generated the IRN. Now these invoices are also available in the office. You want to get the information of these invoices generated by the business owner. You want to get the IRN information. You can simply come to IRN generated invoice system and you can click the get IRN info. There could also be situations where the business records were sent to CA for checking. And the chartered accountant uploaded these invoices and informed the business that these are the invoices which have got already generated for IRN. In such scenario, also get IRN info can be utilized. Now, with this, we also understand that the businesses will require certain information from time to time in relation to any errors that may have been committed while making the transaction, or if the transaction has been passed with certain missing information or with some invalid information, then they will require this support to get the information quickly and modify and correct it before it goes for the e-invoice generation. So we'll just make one transaction and show you the prevention, detection and correction first. I'm passing this transaction. Okay. Now I save this transaction. You'll find this information in the information which has not been provided for the valid e-invoice generation. Right? So there is some information missing, like the vehicle number, transporter ID, and the document date. So similar to your GSTR1, GSTR3B, and your e-way bill report, Tally will show you this information in this particular report called e-Invoice reports. So this e-Invoice report can be found from the GoTo or can be found from the GST reports. Now this has various buckets. This will also give you information in relation to the status of your invoices, like there are certain invoices which could not be uploaded to the IRP portal because of some missing or invalid information. If there are any invoices which have got rejected from the e-invoice system, it will also show you those invoices along with the reason or why it got rejected, so that you can take care of that and do the re-upload. There are certain information which will be available, like how many transactions are pending for generation and cancellation in this report. So you can take care of these actions. Then there is how many transactions got exported for generation and how many transactions got exported for cancellation. There are vouchers which may have got modified after the IRN got generated. So Tally will be able to help you track those transactions which have got modified after the IRN was generated. So you may want to make modifications as per the information which was uploaded to the IRP portal, or you may want to take care of it by cancelling this invoice and doing the regeneration of the new invoice. Then there are information related to successfully generated information. How many invoices got uploaded to the IRN portal and for which the e-invoice was generated successfully, along with the details of its acknowledgement number and the IRN details. And how many got cancelled from the IRP system. The information will be available like this with you. There is another report that you can check. Is the IRN register. This gives you the complete overview of the e-invoice status for the given transactions. You can also filter these information based on the status of the invoice. Now we also understand that the businesses may not be wanting to connect to the IRP systems directly on a regular basis, right? So for the purpose of such kind of businesses which do not have internet connectivity or do not want to log into the IRP portal directly, or sometimes it may also happen on an exception basis that the internet connectivity is not available in the system. So how do they take care of the e-invoicing for that particular day? So instead of sending it directly to the IRP portal, the users can also choose to export the invoices offline. Click on the export button. Generate the IRN information. You can see for IRN generation there are two invoices. There is one for cancellation. When I say yes, and when I click on send, it will be sent to the local folder in the JSON format. And these JSON files can be then taken to the internet connected system, and they can be uploaded to the IRP portal. So that is it from my side. They just handing over to you.